down in their opponent territory. The offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it! Touchdown, Huskies! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
worry.
This is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Scanning the field, it's Wilcox. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? The expressway is wide open, and they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He wants to throw. Unloads to the right. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays. Or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
Fires to the right. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth.
Trying to pick out that ball through a deluge of rain, and he missed it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Wilcox. Fires to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got the big tight end on the corner route.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Jackson. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Now on 2nd down.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Washington 28, USC 7.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Now on 3rd down after that run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man in the middle. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. He'll take it himself. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Huskies look to keep this drive humming. Running to the left. Plows through the defense. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more light.
Going for it all. And he's got it inside the 25. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Man, it's hard for a defense when you got a QB that can run and pick up an extra blocker, and especially when he can run power downhill, because you got to kind of almost give up a few yards just because of the numbers advantage that they have. So that's a big-time advantage for this offense, having a QB that can do that.
They're trying to extend this already long drive. The ninth play is a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Avant. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Wilcox. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Washington. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking for a man. It's Wilcox. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Starts to scramble to the left. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the offense will recover, but it's not going to make any difference as they're short of the first down marker.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
He'll start this drive firing. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Clark. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Husky.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide. Dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's going to pass. Now improvising. On the move, he fires. Finds space on the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
USC 14.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The 14-yard line.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Looking to pass on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. I mean, already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
He's got him in the flat. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Man, Nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he tacks on the extra point. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Washington, 41, USC, 21.
And the Huskies will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Wilcox. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He fires to the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll take another shot here. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Handoff from the shotgun. Smashes ahead. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They came out hot on this drive. 1 play and already near midfield.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Runs through the tackle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
That's caught. It's Jackson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Gets it out quickly. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Brings up second down.
To the air, it's Wilcox. Unloads it left. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Nice move to keep running. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. As a result, now,
the Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo. To the air, it's Wilcox. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking for a gap, it's Jackson. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
After the run, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
He leaves it with his back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Dances away from the heat. Gets away. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
It's really hard on a defense to drop back and know it's pass. And then a quarterback like that, he just has the ability to pull it down and just, bam, shoot through a hole, chew up yards so fast, outrun fast guys. It's just really hard to stop in today's football.
Looking to pass. It's Wilcox. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, USC! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. New Mexico is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 28 to San Jose State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Gonna run it. It's Clark. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he showed off that stiff arm as he had a decent run. The Trojans want to move quickly. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down. Here comes the hurry up.
Well, the good news is you got the 1st down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
To the air, it's Wilcox. Throws to the tight end. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. On the move. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Leaves it with the running back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
Wants to throw. It's Wilcox. Using the quick game.
You know, at this point of the game, guys, trailing the way they are late in the game, check down throws are not going to get it done. You have got to be more aggressive in the passing game. You're going to have to just start taking shots.
Snares it outside. It's Dalton. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. A shot for the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Washington sends out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Hauls it in, looking for space. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And right down the middle. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David. You know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And the quarterback takes a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. The quarterback takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.